Greetings, I, TheWarOwl, greets you, and welcome to another Matchmaking Academy, where you are the star for all the wrong reasons. And this is going to be Mr. Mashface, who sent in the demo. He's a Silver 3 player. That's here. So this is going to be a lower level game. And he had some very specific questions to ask about certain rounds. We're going to go into it. We're going to figure out and see exactly what this player did wrong and right. His favorite fish is the blobfish. Good heavens. And I've never tasted one, so I'm going to have to take his word for it. And he's solo queuing here. So keep in mind, guys, players are very brave to send these things in and to have their play critiqued like this in this manner for the whole world to see. So make sure you don't make any disparaging comments or anything like that about the player and their skill level. Oh, no. Oh, shoot him. No, come on now. Oh, what a noob. My goodness. Go play Call of Duty. So let's find out what went wrong in that round. Actually, the specific question that this player had for this round was about the buying strategy. So this is round number 3, and he's coming off of first round, counter-terrorist won. His team won, so he's in a good position. Second round, terrorists were able to win on an anti-eco. Unfortunately, counter-terrorists were not able to deal with that. So moving on to round 3, what do you do in that situation where you lose against a team on the second round when you won the first round? What do you do third round as CT? And if we check out their money, the first thing you should always do is check out your money. Keep in mind this player is solo queuing, so it's very difficult to get an entire team of people to follow one thing, especially at this level, because there's going to be some very belligerent people who don't know how to play the game well. You're at this level because you're either learning how to play the game or you're just a baddie. So you're probably going to get matched up with some baddies who just have no mindset to improve at this game, are completely set in their ways and are not going to change for anybody. And it's very unfortunate when you come across those people. So as he rises here, check this out, has a bunch of money. He has enough money to buy. So and so does Free World, actually. So what they could have done here is do some sort of a buy. This is actually what a lot of pro teams have been doing recently, is force buying after they lose a round early on like this, and they can go back and forth and back and forth. However, at this level of play, at the lower level of play, the better option and the safer option is just a full save, to not buy anything, just have these players purchase pistols for this round, and then just try to see what you can make happen, but don't waste your money and then just buy up on the fourth round. You'll be fine on the fourth round. You'll be able to challenge them. And if you do just full save this round, next round, terrorists have to make the decision, do I want to upgrade? And when they upgrade, they waste money. So it's a good idea to just save on this round if you're not at a higher level of play. So let's watch out what happened. Let's watch what they do here, specifically, as we resume our demo. Oh. And we got Mr. Mashface purchases a FAMAS and is not able, all of his money on that thing, and he's not able to purchase armor and helmet. The first thing you should always buy is armor and a helmet. There's a few situations where you shouldn't, and those are going to be for weapons that are one-hit kills. Like the Deagle would be a situation where you may not have to purchase armor and helmet, but you should always purchase armor and helmet. He purchases a FAMAS. That's just going to make him super exposed. The big thing is aim punch. If he gets hit once, his aim's going to be screwed. There's no reason that he should have just purchased a FAMAS like this. And if we check out his teammates, Deadly Smasher purchases armor and a Bison. That is just, Bison is going to do for body shots against armored opponents with all of the terrorists should be armored opponents. Wait a second. I just noticed that terrorists do not have armor. You gotta be kidding me. Hold on, this doesn't make sense. This is insane. I can't get rid of the overview. I can't get rid of the overview! Oh, here it goes. Oh my gosh. For real? Well, that changes things. I don't even... Like, I am just baffled right now. All right, we got to stop. We got to pause this because this is just all wrong. This is just all wrong. I am freaking out here at how wrong this is. Terrorists didn't buy armor. None of them bought armor. This is a... When you get ahead economically like that and you steal back a point, the first thing you should buy is armor and a helmet. They're putting themselves exposed to these players who... You guys are killing me. You guys are, I'm just like, you've reached the limits of the WarOwl here with these buying. You guys need to go watch my economy tutorial. It's just the basics of buying. I know the game has changed dramatically since then, but it seems like these players just don't understand the basics of purchasing in Counter-Strike Global Offensive, and it just, how do you even play? How do you even play? Why is this happening to me? All right, I've calmed myself. I'm back. I'll just say it really quickly. Always purchase on a buy round armor and helmet if you know that the enemy isn't just using AK-47s and ops. You need to do that first. That should be the first thing you're thinking about. It's more important than flashes and nades. I mean, aim punch. The reason is aim punch. When you get shot when you don't have armor, your aim is going to go nuts, even if it's just like shot in the body. You're not going to be able to shoot properly. So if they just hit you once, you're dead. The other reason is, especially a helmet, if you don't wear a helmet, weapons like the M4 are going to be one-hit kills. Otherwise, it's just going to be AK-47, Op Deagle, and those sorts of things that are one-hit kills. So very important to purchase armor, especially if you're going up against players who you think are saving. Because if you don't buy armor, you're giving those saving players a chance to win. The saving players using P2000s, USPs, and Glocks, if you have armor, helmet, they are useless. You can just plow right through them. You need to purchase armor and a helmet. I cannot stress that enough. Another reason is grenades. Hand grenades. They do a lot of damage against folks who do not have armor, helmet. So if counter-terrorists were able to execute a proper nade stack anywhere, they could have taken out the entire team. It's just ridiculous what these terrorists are doing. Okay, for this round, Mr. Mashup had some very specific questions. He wanted to know how to deal with getting flanked on both sides. And this is a perfect scenario for that. Watch what happens. Terrorists are going to execute a split A, as you see from the upper left corner of the screen. And we see that Mr. Mashface is going to be playing A site with the AWP. And this is a good position because that box will prevent vision from long A. So it's a good idea to sit by this box. So he's got two places he's got to watch out for right now. He's got short A and long A. And this is a very good example because this is something that I deal with a lot myself as well. So we see he's watching long right now. He has a player at short. So he doesn't have to look short because of that player. And takes the pick off of the player inside of the pit there. Continues to watch long. Now, in the meantime, his teammate has been killed, and a terrorist has moved up short. So he's standing out here, super exposed, about to die to Jojo Le Dictator Hamster. What a name. Goodness. All right, so let's commence the round. This is just some crazy stuff here. You guys got to watch this. All right, watch. Oh, what? Oh, someone's shooting. Oh my gosh. What do I do? Oh, he's shooting. And then we got Azzy. Watch this stuff. This is insane. This just blew my mind. Watch this. This is Silver 3, guys. I need to do a silver cast. I need some silver. I should do a cast of this game because this is amazing. I got to ask the guy if I can do that. Look at this. Look. What is happening? What is happening? Look at this. Look at this. This is just surreal watching this. So the terrorists are bearing down on you from multiple positions. You, just equipped with your op, must hold off the swarm. Greetings. All right, let's do this thing. Well, there's nobody here because it's a private server, but let's figure out what this player should have done in this situation. So we saw him get a nice pick off of the player who was playing inside of the pit. Nice job. At that point, he continued to stay here while his teammate, who was watching short, died. You have to be mindful of what's going on around you, and that, I mean, you get sort of tunnel vision, especially when you're using the AWP, but he should have known, okay, the players are now pushing short. And it's really up to his teammate, who was playing this position over here, to say, okay, I'm dead, they're pushing short, which he probably did not do. Given the skill level. So you do have to, at this point, also rely on your teammates. Now, playing this position, standing up here, I don't know if that is a good position, because if you go there, you're still exposed, and you just go behind this box. You're super exposed when you do that. You can peek from the left side, or the left side here, or the right side here. And it's good to have these 2 boxes. So you've positioned yourself where the first box blocks vision from long, so you're not going to get picked from long. The second box blocks vision from short, so you can peek. If you want to just peek long, you peek right here, or you peek over here on the side. He jumped up, which that can get you killed, the act of jumping up there. So I wouldn't recommend standing on the ledge. Generally better idea to just peek from this side, but also you don't really have to peek. Just aim like this, and if somebody goes by, take them, and then just never peek there again. Just wait for them. They have to push you. Keep that in mind. On CT side, terrorists pushing down, they have to be the aggressors. So just play defensively. You do not have to pick them. You do not have to peek them. All right, so also dealing with the players at short here, you can every once in a while, so you don't get tunnel vision at long, flip over here and sort of scan like that. And if nobody's there, you're good. You've got a few more seconds to continue looking here where a player can't walk up beside you. Just make sure you're constantly checking these different spots and not having yourself exposed from both areas. Big thanks to Mr. Mashface for sending this in, for allowing us to learn from his demo, from his mistakes. Big, giant thank you, sir. It takes a lot of guts to send in a demo, to have it reviewed, and to get some tips on the game. Stay tuned after the Owl Vision. I got some very special tips for you guys at that level. So we learned what not to do. That's no fun. Let's get an Owl Vision. All right, now I gotta say, as a final thought to the demo that I just watched, I've rethought a few things, and it's really changed my mind on some things. The whole matchmaking system, where it's putting players of equal skill with each other, you have players who are very low skilled, who... When I started playing the game, clearly these were all beginner players, so there's no reason to criticize them for playing poorly. But when I started playing, I was playing at about that level, maybe even worse, so I was really bad at the game. But I was thrust into an environment on the public servers in the original Counter-Strike where there were other players who were better than me. And I could learn from that experience. I was getting owned. I had a kill-death ratio of 1 in 15. It was ridiculous how bad I was at the game. And that really helped me to learn. If you're just playing against people who are not very good, you're not really going to improve, because you don't really have to learn the techniques that I'm teaching here to deal with those guys. All you have to do to deal with those guys is just be able to know the basics of just shooting well. That guy didn't even have to think about strategy in that entire game. The players were so bad on the other team that all you had to do was learn how to shoot properly. And that's the first thing. If you're in a silver level, don't even think about the strategy at that point. Just focus and drill into your mind how to shoot well. Go into the deathmatch servers, go into the aim map servers, and just focus on spray pattern control, focus on reaction time, muscle memory. The basics. You need to learn the basics. You need to crawl before you can walk, and you need to walk before you can run, and you need to run before you can fly. That's probably from something, but I just made it up. It's probably very common because it sounds super cliche. But anyway, try to play against people who are better than you. It is the only way you can really improve. You're not going to improve just playing with a bunch of noobs. So try and expand yourself and then get out of that silver level, because that was painful to watch. It was probably painful to play in. So thank you folks very much for watching. Big giant thanks to this player, Mr. Mashface, for sending this in. I'm the WarOwl, and I still have no closer.